I sat at the head of the table. Candles flickered. The cake was untouched. 7 chairs were empty. I checked the time again. 7:06 p.m. The invites were clear. The reminders sent twice. I called them all that morning. Every one of them said, "See you tonight, Dad." But the silence had a scent now. Sharp, intentional. The kind of silence that comes when someone meant to hurt you. The phone buzzed. A photo. My grandson, grinning in sunglasses, drink in hand. Ocean behind him. Captioned with fake cheer. "Surprise cruise for Mom's birthday! Heart! Same day, same hour." Her birthday was next month. They had planned it on purpose. And it wasn't their idea, it was hers. Emily, my daughter-in-law. Smiling snake in pearls. It started small. Little dismissals. Shifts in tone. "Why don't you skip this dinner, Harold? You get tired so early anyway. You always tell that story. Maybe let someone else talk?" Once I laughed those comments off, but they added up. Each one chipped away a little more of the space I had left in my own family. My son, he used to call me every Sunday. Now it was once a month, then once every 3. My grandkids stopped asking about me, stopped visiting. Birthdays became group texts. Father's Day a forwarded meme. I kept thinking it was time, that this is what happens. Until I overheard her. Emily, my kitchen, telling someone on speaker, "He's old, bitter. He had his turn. It's our family now. Our family." Like I was a tenant in the home I built. I didn't confront her, not then. Confrontation is messy, reactive, weak. Instead, I listened, watched. Small things. Emily always had the final say. Vacations, holidays, even what my son wore. But it was the finances that told me everything. I still had joint access to the old trust, the one I built for the family decades ago. One account fed the college fund, another the family properties, and a third, the discretionary fund, was strictly for emergencies. But $17,000 had been withdrawn in early May, labeled maritime events. She never worked, never earned, but her name was on every transfer. My son didn't even know. I found emails, cruise invoices, a guest list, her birthday, same date as my party, booked 6 months ago. And the invitation to my birthday? Ignored, deleted. I printed everything, emails, bank logs, call records, sent them to my son in a plain envelope. No name, no return address. He called the next day. Sounded like a man who'd been shot in the stomach. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because you wouldn't have believed me, not when she smiled like that." He said she confessed, tried to make it about stress, said I intimidated her. He asked me what I wanted. I told him nothing, because what I wanted was already happening. Emily had built her castle on stolen bricks. Now it was collapsing. They came back a week later, tan, quiet. She brought me a souvenir, a t-shirt that said, "Cruisin' into 40." I took it, smiled, held her gaze just long enough to freeze her breath. "I heard it was lovely," I said. "I'm glad everyone could make it." Her face twitched, just once, then again. "Your son told me about the mistake," she offered. "The overlap with your party, just unfortunate timing." I nodded, then slid a folded document across the table. Power of attorney, revocation notice, trust transfer authorization. I had restructured everything. She was out. "Harold," I cut her off with a glance. The kind of glance that says, "You were never invisible to me." "You wanted a family of your own," I said. "Now you have it. Without me." My son moved back into the guest house. He said it was temporary. I knew better. She tried to salvage it. Apologies. Tears. But they weren't for me. They were for the inheritance. I changed my will that same week. Left everything to the grandchildren. Skipped a generation. Emily won't get a dime. And the next time she hosts something, it'll be in a smaller house, with fewer people and more silence. Funny how the ones who want to take your place never realize you were never leaving. They just forced you to become a ghost with keys to every locked door.